So what? Action research provides the opportunity to validate arts education, especially in the public school systems where our areas of expertise are becoming devalued.
As action researchers, we can be the PR people for why our children need to have creative learning spaces alongside of what is being taught in the general education classroom.
Our research has shown that arts education supports learning in all academic areas.
I'm sending my greetings to you at the 2014 Action Research Network of the Americas. And I do hope you have a most enjoyable and productive conference. I've been asked just to speak for a little while about why action research matters to me in my part of the world. And I very much would like to do this because I started explicitly using action reflection cycles in 1976 in a project about improving learning with 11 to 14-year-olds in mixed ability science groups. And I've put the results of this and my future writings in actionresearch.net, and you can access these in the Jack White's writing section. Now, why it matters so much to me is that I found a way through action research of enabling both myself and others to research their own practice in questions of the kind, how do I improve what I'm doing? And this was in stark contrast to the kind of research I was studying at London University's Institute of Education, first for my academic diploma and then for my master's in psychology, where no matter how much I tried to apply the theories of philosophy, psychology and sociology and history to my practice, I had to generate my own valid explanations of educational influence in my own learning and the learning of my students. Hence my commitment to develop action research in my part of the world. But when I think of my part of the world, I'm also conscious that I now try to develop what we call living global citizenship, which has taken me into many parts of the world to promote action research. And I do hope, in relation to the Action Research Network of the Americas, that you will focus on action research and improving your own practice in your own contexts from a sense of personal responsibility, but you will also accept, through your social responsibility, a desire to actually improve the social formations in which we all live and work. So let me once again wish you a really enjoyable and productive ARNA conference.
Why are we so passionate about action research? I'm going to invoke the words of John Dewey, who wrote nearly a century ago. He wrote a book called How We Think. So he says the way the educated mind, the way the trained mind works, is that when it finds a problem, it doesn't just try the first thing that comes to mind, but instead evaluates the promise of different possible solutions, and then puts in place one of these solutions, watches what happens, reflects on it, uses that information to help determine what to do in the next situation. Action research is actually very similar, but it is done on the social plane. You find a problem that people care about in a social setting. You look at promising solutions, but with others, both in the setting, and you also look across settings. So you look at what other people who have worked in other settings that are similar have written, the research that they have published, the theories that they have generated, because all of these help provide evidence, clues for what will be the most promising solution in your setting. Then you try and you spend time reflecting with yourself and with others about what happened. What were the reactions? Were they what you anticipated? And how can you make them better? So we hope that while you're at the conference, you will find lots of ideas that will have promise, and that these ideas will be things that you take home and you apply in your own setting. So really the very short answer to so what is because learning every day is so much fun. It is life-changing. Enjoy the conference.